hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set up, 15-1, 15-1. Topper! Shift! Out! Check 26, check 26. Check 99, check 99. Ready!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing again. Melvin. That one complete. Elliott.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big run there by Freeman. 51 yards. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run, because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defense.
Touchdown, Falcons! Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw on second down. Melvin, he's going to loft one deep left. That's caught at the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Draw play, Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Melvin. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
60-yard.
Looking to throw. Melvin looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Check three. Man. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Ryan. It's complete to Fuller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
10-7 our score after... Right here on EA Sports.
Ready, gun. Mike 54. I'm here all day. Deuce.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
From the gun, Melvin. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Melvin. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Melvin. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Grady Jarrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Elliott. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Go!
Off play action. Melvin. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Ryan. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing again. Ryan. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
53 at the mic. Bravo. Watch the slant.
Now it's Ryan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Ryan now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Gonzalez puts this one through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Santos able to tack on the extra point. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the slant. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
54, stop.
Safety.
Check. Watch, let him go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know every coach talks about respecting the ball, taking care of the ball, but when it's 3rd and long like that, your trigger man, he wants to make a play. And on that one, he's trying to force one downfield to make that play. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, he tried to make the play. A little risky, but it fell incomplete. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get happy if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Santos with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Will Fuller now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Melvin, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's ride.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 27, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Melvin. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Santos with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Melvin. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He's going to look deep. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Will Fuller with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Throwing again, Ryan. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 16 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Ryan. And the catch made by Johnson. The 30, 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ty Johnson. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st and 10, Melvin. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Back to throw. Melvin. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Reed.
59. Mike to 59. Set the tone, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Throwing on first down. Melvin. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54, right there. 54.
He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Hooper. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
54, south. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Ryan to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They come out here in the I. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Alert 3. Alert 59, ready. Watch the ship.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
We play to win. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They toss to Freeman. They juked him, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Now Ryan on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
20. Orbit.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, Alpha.
53, Mike. Watch the run.
Again, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now, right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Throwing to start the drive. Melvin, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get ready. Switch.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Set. 10-2 stop.
To throw on second down. Melvin. This to Jarwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means offense.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try.